Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Roman Reigns to be replaced by returning former WWE champion at Survivor Series, WarGames, potential twist explored. Roman Reigns and his OG Bloodline members are set to face Solo Sikoa's group at Survivor Series, WarGames 2024. The two groups will clash inside the double-ranged WarGames structure, escalating their rivalry to new levels of intensity. Currently, both factions have only 4 members each and are searching for a 5th person to join them. With the Bloodline saga already featuring numerous twists and turns, there's a possibility of a last-minute surprise at Survivor Series, WarGames. This could see the original tribal chief being replaced by The Rock. The final boss is currently off television, last appearing at the end of Bad Blood 2024, where he very briefly confronted Roman Reigns, Jimmy Uso, and Cody Rhodes before exiting. A potential scenario could involve Solo Sikoa and his faction ambushing the OTC backstage, rendering him unable to compete in the high-stakes match. At the last moment, the People's Champion could step in to aid the OG Bloodline, only to betray them at the end. The Rock could initially pretend to side with the Usos and Sami Zayn, taking Reigns' place after the backstage attack. And just as victory would seem within reach for the OG Bloodline, The Rock could reveal his real intentions and betray them. This scenario would provide the perfect opportunity for the final boss to show his true colors without directly involving Roman Reigns in this angle. It would also allow WWE to save a confrontation between Reigns and the Hollywood megastar for a future storyline. Further, this also sets the stage for an even more compelling feud between both sides post-Survivor Series, WarGames. Fans strongly believe that The Rock will eventually stand against Roman Reigns and his bloodline. There is also widespread speculation that the final boss is the true mastermind behind Solo Sikoa's actions. When Sikoa took over as tribal chief, he claimed Roman had permitted him to act in his absence, a claim that later turned out to be false. During a recent episode of SmackDown, however, fans noticed Solo's appearance bore a striking resemblance to the final boss' old persona. This, according to some, is an indication that The Rock is the real leader of Solo Sikoa's bloodline. The events at Bad Blood offered another possible clue that the People's Champion seemed displeased with Reigns, particularly over his alliance with Cody Rhodes at the Premium Live event. All of this could point to an inevitable betrayal by the Great One. When The Rock makes his comeback, it seems likely he'll turn against Roman Reigns, further shaking up the Bloodline saga. As Survivor Series, WarGames approaches, speculation about its main event continues to run wild. Roman Reigns, the tribal chief and undisputed WWE Universal Champion, has dominated the WWE landscape for over 3 years. But recent developments have sparked a rumor that could shock the WWE Universe. Roman Reigns might not compete at WarGames. Instead, a returning former WWE champion could take his place, adding an unexpected twist to the storied Bloodline saga. While this is purely speculative, the idea of a WarGames match without Roman Reigns raises intriguing questions about how WWE could deliver a compelling storyline and what the future holds for the Bloodline. Here's an in-depth exploration of the potential twist, who the mystery champion could be, and the implications for Survivor Series and beyond. Roman Reigns has been the centerpiece of WWE's most dominant faction, the Bloodline. His run as the tribal chief has been defined by calculated leadership, ruthless decision-making, and an air of invincibility. However, recent cracks in the Bloodline's foundation, stemming from betrayal, family infighting, and mounting challengers, have left his empire on shaky ground. Rumors of Reigns potentially stepping away from the WarGames spotlight have been fueled by reports suggesting he may need a lighter schedule or a storyline pivot to further develop his character. WWE's creative team is known for using twists to keep fans on the edge of their seats, and Survivor Series WarGames could provide the perfect opportunity to shake things up. The idea of a returning former WWE champion stepping into Reigns' place is as thrilling as it is unexpected. The possibilities are endless, but let's explore the most likely candidates and what each could bring to the match. Randy Orton, a 14-time world champion and one of the most decorated superstars in WWE history, has been sidelined due to injury for over a year. His return has been highly anticipated, and Survivor Series WarGames would be the perfect stage for the apex predator to make a thunderous comeback. Orton's involvement could create an exciting dynamic. Known for his cunning and unpredictable nature, he could align with the Bloodline temporarily or seek to dismantle them from within. His addition would add star power and create a thrilling storyline for fans to follow. Another name that fans can't stop discussing is Bray Wyatt. Although Wyatt's WWE status has been uncertain following his release and return, Survivor Series could serve as the ideal platform for the enigmatic star to re-emerge. Wyatt's character work has always been rooted in chaos and unpredictability, and inserting him into a WarGames match would heighten the drama. A potential alliance or rivalry with the Bloodline could reignite old feuds while adding layers to the evolving narrative. AJ Styles, a two-time WWE champion, recently made his return to in-ring action after an extended absence. While Styles is currently aligned with the OC, a surprise shift in his allegiance could set the stage for a jaw-dropping twist. As one of WWE's most versatile performers, Styles would bring a fresh dynamic to the WarGames match. Whether he steps in as a rival or reluctant ally of the Bloodline, his presence would elevate the match to new heights. The most controversial and unlikely possibility is CM Punk. With persistent rumors about Punk's potential return to WWE, his insertion into Survivor Series would create unparalleled buzz. Punk's charisma and history with WWE would make him a game-changer, regardless of the role he plays. Though his return seems far-fetched, WWE has pulled off stunning surprises before. If Punk were to replace Reigns, the WWE Universe would undoubtedly erupt in excitement. If WWE decides to go down this road, the creative execution would be crucial. Here's a potential scenario that could unfold. The WarGames narrative could revolve around the Bloodline being under siege from a coalition of WWE superstars seeking revenge. Roman Reigns, sensing the rising tide against his faction, announces that he won't compete in the match, citing the need to lead from outside the cage. In his place, Paul Heyman introduces the returning former WWE champion as a strategic replacement. The returning star's role could vary: an ally to the Bloodline, a double agent, or even an outright enemy. The returning star's presence would introduce an unpredictable element to the match. If the replacement starts as an ally but betrays the Bloodline mid-match, it could create a dramatic turning point. The betrayal would leave the Bloodline vulnerable, adding tension and uncertainty to the outcome. This twist would serve as a launching pad for new rivalries. If the returning champion betrays the Bloodline, Roman Reigns would have a new challenger to contend with. On the other hand, if the returning star works with the Bloodline but outshines Reigns, it could sow seeds of jealousy and dissent within the faction. Replacing Roman Reigns at such a pivotal event would have significant implications for the Bloodline storyline. Reigns' absence from the match would test the loyalty of Bloodline members like Solo Sikoa and Jimmy Uso. Without their tribal chief's direct guidance, how would they fare? Could they maintain the faction's dominance, or would cracks deepen in his absence? The Bloodline has been WWE's most dominant faction for years, but every dynasty eventually falls. Survivor Series WarGames could mark the beginning of the end for the Bloodline if the team falters without Reigns. This would set the stage for a gradual collapse of the faction, leading to Reigns' eventual downfall. If the returning former champion impresses, it could signal a shift in WWE's hierarchy. The replacement could emerge as a new threat to Reigns' throne, shaking up the championship picture and creating fresh rivalries. The possibility of Roman Reigns being replaced at WarGames has sparked a wave of fan theories online. While some fans are excited about the prospect of a returning star stealing the spotlight, others worry that Reigns' absence could weaken the match's appeal. "I'd love to see Randy Orton return at WarGames. It'd be epic," one fan tweeted. Another wrote, "No Roman at WarGames? That's like having WrestleMania without the main event." Regardless of opinions, one thing is clear. WWE's ability to keep fans guessing is part of what makes the product so engaging. The idea of Roman Reigns being replaced by a returning former WWE champion at Survivor Series WarGames is a tantalizing prospect that could redefine the event's narrative. Whether it's Randy Orton, Bray Wyatt, AJ Styles, or even a surprise like CM Punk, the inclusion of a returning star would add intrigue and unpredictability to an already high-stakes match. For the Bloodline, this twist could serve as a turning point, testing their resilience and loyalty. For the WWE Universe, it's an opportunity to witness history in the making. As the countdown to WarGames continues, fans will be eagerly watching for clues about what's to come. Whether Roman Reigns competes or a returning champion takes his place, one thing is certain. Survivor Series WarGames is shaping up to be an unforgettable event.